Welcome to this evening yoga stretch. This is a fully seated and reclining practice that's great right before you go to bed or as a transition from whatever you've been doing in a day into your evening. So you could benefit from a blanket in this class simply to sit on for comfort, and you might wish to have a strap. You could use a belt or a towel instead. If you don't have one, that's fine. There is an option without. And we're going to begin simply sitting comfortably. You can sit with your legs crossed, or you could stretch them straight out in front of you. Prioritize for a moment sitting upright without being tense. Close your eyes and allow your breath to move into your belly. So a deep breath in through your nose and slow breath out. When you inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, soften them down. Lift up as you inhale, shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll them down. One more time, please. Deep breath in. Soften them down. Place your left fingertips on the floor adjacent to you. Release your right hand and circle that right shoulder back a few times. Just in a looping circle backwards. Going forwards, up, and back and down. Good. And reach your right fingertips out and down and tilt your head to the left. You can lift and lower your chin in this position to gently stretch into the side of your neck. Continue to breathe deeply. Relaxing tension from your shoulders and your face. Letting your mind settle on the sound of your breath. Let go of your day. Lift your head up. You can relax the right hand closer to you and start circling your left shoulder around. So it's forwards and up and back and down. And forwards and up, back and down. Lovely. Now we'll stretch those left fingertips off to the side and tilt your head to the right. Lift and lower your chin to explore what's happening on this side. Feel free to pause anywhere that feels particularly tense. Lovely, Yogi. Lift your head back up. If your legs are stretched out straight in front of you, bring them in now to a cross. Sit with your right shin crossed in front of your left. And to take both hands up to the ceiling and stretch up tall. Lift your ribs up out of your waist. Good. And turn to your left. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Left hand behind you. And rotate your torso. Feel like your spine is growing taller. Top of the head reaching to the ceiling. As you exhale, continue to deepen gently into your twist. Look as far back over your left side as you can. And then look over your right side. Keeping your twist, gently stretch your neck. Turn your head to the side of the room, back out over the left knee. Extend your left hand up to the ceiling. We're still orientated towards the left leg. Start to reach your left hand over the top, bringing your right shoulder towards the inside of your right knee. Now, depending on the flexibility through your side body, you might remain hovering. Some of you might bring the right shoulder to touch the knee. And you can have your right hand anywhere you wish. It could continue to hold the knee. It could move to the shin. Find a comfortable place here. Feel like the left side of your bum is pulling down towards the floor as you reach out through your left fingertips while you turn your chest towards the ceiling. Another deep breath here. We'll come up carefully and release. Extend your right leg off to the right. Take that left hand back up if it came down. Now reach it out towards your right knee or shin, turning your torso over to the right side there. As you start to bow down, this is where the blanket under your bum is really useful if you haven't already got it there. It helps to tilt your pelvis forwards, and the hand can rest anywhere. Keeping a feeling of straightness up through the spine rather than rounding your upper back. And flex your right foot quite strongly. And point your right toes. And flex your foot. And point your toes. You can match your breath and movement with this. Inhale, flex. And point. Exhale. Good. Flex. Get longer. All the way up through the top of your head. Gently deepen your fold. Continue to breathe. We'll take 2 more full breaths here, please, Yogi. Lovely. Come back up. As you bring your right foot in, switch the cross of your legs. So now your left is in front, you're sitting tall. Extend both hands up, feel your ribs rise, fingertips rise. Deep breath in. Start to rotate left hand to right knee. Right hand anchors behind you. Use the exhale to turn. Your inhale to grow taller. And your exhale to continue to look back then over the right side. Turn your head forwards over your left side. And turn your head out to the side. Extend your right hand up to the ceiling. Bring your left shoulder towards the inner left knee. And you can hover, or you can allow some connection to be made of upper arm or shoulder inside of the knee and calf and thigh. Remember, the left hand can move position to support you in this. Feel the slight pull down of the right side of your bum towards the floor. Then reach your fingertips and continue to shine the collarbones up towards the ceiling. Now we'll sit up. Coming out of this, you'll extend your left leg off the side of your mat at an angle. Right hand extends back up if you let it come down. As you exhale, start to bow down over the left leg. Remember to keep your spine quite straight, feeling its natural curves, rather than trying to reach too far and rounding your back. You want to keep a feeling of length happening, up and out. We'll flex and point your foot a few times. Toes away from you and toes towards you. Continue to breathe as you do this. This can help to loosen up tension from your calf and your hamstring and your ankle and Achilles. And we'll get a touch longer up and out. Keep that length, that straightness through the upper back, and deepen to any degree. No force required, not striving. Just gently stretching out your day. Lovely, Yogi. Rise up, please. Slide this left foot back into your cross-legged position. Sitting comfortably once again. Now stretch your left arm out to the left and look to the right. Pull the left hand back. Now bring it across you. Hook your right arm under and look to the left. Just a gentle shoulder stretch. Lovely. Take it back out. Looking to the right. And release. Same thing on the other side. Nice and simple. Right arm out to the right. Look left. Pause here. Keep drawing the hand back to gently stretch across the front of the right side. Bring your arm across you. Hook it in gently. And look right. And extend it back out to the side, looking left. Fantastic. Come back to center. We'll get back into the legs here. Sit sideways on your mat. So, as I am here, short edges to either side of you. Place the feet onto the floor, touch wider than your hips, and start to make side to side movements with your knees, like the windshield wipers on your car. And so you can allow the hips to roll with this. If you're feeling some tightness in your low back and your hips, that can feel nice. If you're wanting to get a little bit more depth of stretch, don't allow that top hip to roll up and over as much. You can work more internal rotation in the top leg. So you can pick how loosey-goosey this is, how intense it is. Match your energy for this evening. And also just how your body feels. Does it need more intense stretching or does it need a bit more softness and care? Okay. Next time we go to the right, we're going to stay to the right. Both legs. So the sole of your right foot ends up on the top of the left thigh. I'm going to move my blanket out from under me at this point just to make this a bit more comfortable. You can, if this feels really funky, place the left leg on top of the right. That's okay. So that will make it a little bit more comfortable if this doesn't feel great. Rise up through the chest as tall as you can. Continue to rotate them to the right. And we're going to take this into a leg stretch and low back stretch. So rotating right as far as you feel comfortable, and then lowering down to your forearms. So coming into a variation of deer pose. I can turn to the side for a moment to show you what this looks like. Put your on your forearms. You could also put your forearms on blocks. And feel like your shoulders are continuing to move to the right to target this left waist area. A couple more deep breaths here. And start to rise back up. And you've got choices here, Yogi. You can either fold over the right shin, especially if your knees tend to be a bit tight. Folding over the right shin, either arms to blocks or arms to the floor. Or if you would like, stretch your left leg back behind you. Pick up the right hip and square yourself towards the short end of your mat. So you end up in pigeon pose. Your right foot is tucked in across you. And you can start to sink down equally through both hips, and you may remain on your hands or come into sleeping pigeon. So this will target then more your right glutes, your right side, your right hip, or inner thigh for some people, and also the extended leg, the hip flexor. A couple more deep breaths. So you're either in your deer pose or your pigeon pose. Relax your jaw. Continue bringing attention back to your breath. Carefully start to rise up. You'll lean, if you're in pigeon, back onto the right hip and draw the left knee back up. And you'll sit back up to center. And let's take the legs over the other way. So over to the left. We start with your deer pose. Remember, if this doesn't feel great, you can place the right shin, right thigh on top of the left, which will make it a little bit more comfortable. Extend it up through the torso and start to rotate to your left. Finding twist for a start before folding down over to your forearms. You can always elevate your forearms on blocks. Continue to feel like your shoulders are pulling to the left. So turn sideways again so you can see this a little easier. Send your breath as if it could travel to the right hip flexors, the right waist. You carefully rise, Yogi. And you have, again, a choice depending on your knees and your hips. You can fold out over the left shin onto your hands or forearms for your hip stretch, or you can lean onto the left side to stretch your right leg straight back behind you, then pick up the hips to square them to the mat. Your left foot can be quite tucked in. I keep mine tucked in almost to the hip crease of the other side. And start to sink down, if you wish, into a sleeping pigeon to support on your forearms. Maybe your head rests on a block or your hands. Lovely. Start to come out of your pigeon. You can lean onto your left hip and slide the right foot back in. So we're all back in deer, and turn sideways onto your mat. Continue then to rotate to the long edge of your mat again so that you can lie down on your back comfortably all the way. This is where you might prefer to have your strap close by also. You can even have your blanket under your head if you wish. And so for a moment, wiggle the soles of your feet together and let your knees go out wide. So you're coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, a reclining bound angle pose. Allowing the weight of the legs to gently stretch your inner thighs here. And place your hands on your belly so you can feel your breath come and go. If this is very intense, you can place blankets or blocks underneath your thighs to support them so that it takes away some of the intensity while still gently stretching. And we'll lift the knees up towards one another. You can use your hands to help them up. And cross your right thigh over the top of your left. So you cross above your knee. If this doesn't feel good to you for any reason, you could take a figure 4 cross or not cross at all. That's also fine. Bump your hips slightly to the right and let both legs go to the left for an eagle twist. Stretch your right arm off the right side of your mat. So your legs are wrapped up around one another. And if it does feel a little bit too much, uncross the legs into a stack knee twist instead. If it feels good to the neck to turn to the right with your head, you can do that. If you're winding down for the evening, wanting to go a little more gentle, you could look out to the left, which feels a bit more comforting. And we'll come back up to center with your head and with your legs. Keep the cross there. Manage, if you can, to get your spine about neutral once again. So it might take a second to wiggle back to straight. Pick up both legs towards you. You're still crossed over the thigh. And hold on to your knees or your calves or your shins or your feet. So you come into reclining cow face pose. So it's like the right knee is coming in towards the center of your chest. Your feet can be tucked in close to your sides, or they can start to wing slightly towards the shoulder end of your mat for depth if that feels good. Relax the tailbone down towards the floor. Soften your eyes or even close them. And release your left foot. You can keep a hold of your right one. Place your left foot on the floor. And this is where your strap might be useful. You can loop this around your right foot and stretch it up towards the ceiling. So you have choices though. If you do not have a strap or a belt, and you can comfortably reach your foot, you could hold your foot. You could simply rest the hands behind the thigh or the calf. So there's many options here for your hamstring stretch. Relax into your shoulders. If you wish to deepen this pose, extend your left leg fully flat onto the mat. It's always important to remember in this stretch that if you feel the knee itself stretching, you want to soften your knee a bit. Ideally, you want to feel this more in the back of your thigh or the back of your calf. And let's release the right leg. Place the right foot onto the floor, lift the left leg up and cross the left thigh over right. You can cross at the thighs if this is not comfortable. A figure 4 or no cross at all is always an option. Move your hips slightly to the left and let both knees come to the right. Eagle twist. Stretch your left arm off to the left side of your space. Choose your head position if you want it neutral. Twisty by looking left or calming by looking right. Notice how your breath moves when you're twisted through the spine and through the abdomen. See if there's anywhere new it could travel into and release tension. Rise back up carefully. Realign your spine, but keep your legs crossed for now. Pick up the knees and separate the feet. Hold the knees, the shins, or the feet in reclining Gomukhasana, reclining cow face pose. So it's the left knee that's moving towards the center of the chest. The feet can be tucked in next to your hips, or they can move forwards towards the shoulder end of your mat. See how that feels. Find a place that is just right for you on this side. And continue to relax the tailbone down towards the floor, the low back, and the shoulders. Smooth, steady breaths in and out through your nose. And release your right foot entirely. Place it back on the floor. And take your left foot up to the ceiling. Once again, your strap might be a nice addition to this pose, or a towel around the foot, or a belt, so that the stretch is more comfortable. If you don't have those things, you can either hold your calf or your thigh or your foot, any position that works for your body. Find just the right intensity. If you would like an additional stretch, you can extend the right leg and rest it down onto your mat. And just that reminder that if you feel your knee pulling, bend it a tiny bit. Focus on stretching the back of your left thigh, the back of your left calf. Carefully release that. Pull both knees in towards you. Give your low back a gentle massage by moving the knees around in circles or side to side. And when you're ready, extend out into Shavasana. You can place bolster or blankets underneath the legs to be more comfortable in your low back, or you can lie flat. Take some time to get comfortable through the hips and shoulders, and find just the right position for your arms. Take a final sweep of awareness through the body, starting with the feet and moving up your legs, softening any tension you find through the thighs and the hips. Relax your belly, your shoulders, and your arms. Let go of any tension from your jaw, and let your eyes be soft and still. I'll let you know when we come to the end of our practice, so you can rest here. Let yourself just be. Start to bring attention and awareness back into your body by scrunching up your hands and your feet and stretching them out. Interlace your hands together. Stretch them up over your head. Reach out through your fingers, your palms, your toes. Deep breath into your belly. And bring your knees up towards you as you exhale. Carefully make your way back up to your seat. You can roll to your side or sit straight up. Rest your hands together. And thank yourself for coming to your mat. Let's complete our practice with one more full breath together. Breathing in deeply and out fully. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.